Let go.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my spooky nail art videos. So you see, over on TikTok and Instagram, I've had my followers guess my favorite Halloween movie. And now's the reveal. Scary Godmother! Woo! 1 and 2, I like them both. They're like 45 minutes, so I feel like together they classify as one movie. But yes, my favorite Halloween movie is Scary Godmother 1 and 2 together. I know most people don't actually remember this movie or think it was like a fever dream they had as a child, but it is very real and absolute fun. Never heard of it? Let me tell you about it while I paint. So we're gonna start off with the middle nail because it has the main character, the main antagonist if you look really closely, and his handiwork at the bottom of the nail. And if you don't get what I mean, you should watch the movie, because then you know what I mean. But our main character is named Hannah, and she's a cutie as patootie because she's only 8 years old. She's told that she has to go trick-or-treating this year with her older cousin Jimmy and his friends. And they're big kids, so this is a big deal. However, even though his friends are actually perfectly cool with hanging out with Hannah, Jimmy doesn't want to hang out with a baby on Halloween. So him and his friends come up with this plan to scare her so bad that she'll run home crying, and then they can have Halloween to themselves. The only problem is her tears summon her very own scary godmother, who whisks her off to a spooky dimension that she calls the Fright Side. And she meets all of her scary godmother's monstrous friends and learns that yes, monsters are big and scary. It's their job to be after all, but that doesn't make them bad. Scaring kids is just their job, and they gotta make a living. So Hannah learns how to party like a monster and, most importantly, get revenge on the big kids for trying to scare her. And then in the second movie, however, Jimmy tries to get back at her, even if he risks destroying the Fright Side and ruining Halloween forever. I mentioned that Scary Godmother has a lot of monstrous friends, but I never told y'all exactly who they were and who I've hidden on my pinky nail. So the first are the vampires. You have Count Max, Countess Ruby, and their son Orson, Prince of the Night. Orson and Hannah hit it off right away, and they're cutie patooties together. But she doesn't appreciate that he prefers blood and veins on his pizza instead of olives. They get over that little squabble though. So I made the base of the nail their dull gray vampire skin tone, and then I added stripes from Orson's shirt. Then I painted little old Boozle. Boozle is Scary Godmother's cat. He's a ghost cat, so it is kind of sad to see him and, think of him as a dead cat, but he's cute. And, well, he's cute when he's not, like, ominously howling into the night, but other than that, yes, he's cute. Then there's Scary Godmother's bestie and broommate, Scully Pettibone. He's not just a skeleton in the closet, he's an amazing chef and an excellent performer and singer. He says that not everyone has a skeleton in their closet. He only works for houses that are really old. I specifically remember really loving Scully as a kid, but apparently my brother found him super annoying. Whatever. Next up in the Scary Mother's roommates is a character that's low-key hilarious, however, my least favorite, and that is Harry. He's like if you took the soul of the worst theater kid you know and then put it in the body of a greedy, selfish werewolf. And Scully doesn't like him very much either. The last of Scary Godmother's broommates I had to dedicate not just one whole nail to, but 2 whole nail twos. Wait, that didn't make sense. 2 whole nails too. Bugaboo. He is my favorite, and to me, he is like one of the most iconic characters of my childhood. Even if you don't remember Scary Godmother, even if you only remember Scary Godmother and one other character, it's Bugaboo. Bugaboo is the second character you remember after her. Maybe even the first. But basically he's a purple furry creature with 5 eyes and big jagged teeth sticking out of his big terrifying mouth. But at the end of the day, he's just a blue-collar man who earns his keep when you think about it. And by blue-collar, I mean he's a boogeyman who hides under kids' beds and scares them whenever their parents turn off the lights, including big kids. He also has like this New York Italian accent, which I absolutely adore. But contrary to popular belief, Bugaboo and other boogeymen don't actually eat little kids or little girls. He prefers pizza with extra cheese and olives, just like Hannah. And finally, we gotta end it off with Mother, the Scary Godmother. I knew I wanted to make like a big glowing portrait of her in all her goodness and greatness and scariness. You can see as I originally start to sketch and paint it out, it just ends on the nail. But Scary Godmother is larger than life, so I at least had to bust out the 3D gel and make her larger than a press-on nail. And listen, even though Bugaboo was my fave, Scary Godmother was really what always brought me back to this movie. It's literally named after her. I cannot tell you how bad I wanted my own Scary Godmother. Not to like save me from any scary monsters or anything. I just wanted to go in her super freaking cool house and party with all of her broommates and fly around the porch on her broomstick every single Halloween. And it never happened. Maybe I didn't cry hard enough. And maybe my brothers didn't do a good enough job scaring me. But my Scary Godmother never showed up. That's okay. I still enjoy Hannah's. So, what do you think? Did I nail it or did I fail it? I must let you know that it is Halloween, kinda. So if you say I failed it, you're getting a trick instead of a treat. It's been so long since I painted and then actually worn some like nails that are this huge. I had so much fun with this set. I feel like I barely even struggled with it because even when things didn't go quite as planned, like Hannah is like, I cannot stress how much of a cutie patootie she is. I didn't capture it as much. She's so freaking adorable, y'all. But even when things didn't go as planned, y'all, I was still having a time of my life. I literally like found a version of it online that may or may not be uploaded legally. You'll never know. And I was watching the movie while I was painting, and I was having such a great time. I honestly can't even pick a favorite nail out of the 5. I love them all. But which one is your favorite? And if you don't mind hitting that like, if you enjoyed this video, and maybe even possibly dropping a sub, subscribing to the channel. We just hit 75 subs. I low-key want to do something fun, something crazy. I don't know, 75. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness, I can't even like what? But it is Halloween, so remember to stay safe out there, and that you're never too old to trick or treat. If a 300-plus-year-old scary godmother and her decomposed best friend can still celebrate Halloween, then so can you. Also, my birthday is the day before Halloween, and it is my absolute dearest birthday wish that all of y'all have an amazing, a spectacular, a spooky, happy Halloween! Thank you for watching.